Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news. As always, I'm Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. While it's a fairly slow week for new VR game releases, there are a few titles definitely worth mentioning. There's some awesome new teaser trailers for upcoming games, such as Little Nightmares making its way onto VR. There's an amazing VR Humble Bundle deal that's being used to help promote the Upload VR Summer Showcase. The highly anticipated Big Screen Beyond 2 has started shipping. And finally, it looks like I was completely wrong on a recent VR topic. Now, there are of course links and timestamps if you want to skip ahead, but before we jump in, today's video is brought to you by my long-term partner, Kiwi Design. And guys, they've done it again. They're back with a whole new Elite strap. This is the K4 Duo. Not only does it have that same super plush, cushy design that feels so good on your head, that top of the line battery that adds up to 2.5 hours of additional gaming battery life, but now it also includes these high quality headphones that vastly improve the audio quality from what you get on a built-in Meta Quest 3 or 3S. Now, I've been using products from Kiwi Design for years now, and not only are they more comfortable with better battery life than Meta's official Elite strap, they're also a lot cheaper, and now there's multiple different designs, like the standard strap, a Halo strap, and now the Duo head strap for those of you who want better audio quality. There's an Amazon affiliate link down in the description, or you could use the discount code Mateo311 on the Kiwi site for 10% off and to help support my channel. Okay, so let's start things off like normal with the check-in, and that's what exactly have I been up to in the VR world. Now, I mentioned some secret projects that I've been working on, and I could share one of them because it's been announced. I'm a voice actor in an upcoming VR game called Raise Volume 1. There was a Variety article on it that I'll put in the links below, but there's nothing to show of the game just yet. Now, I actually don't know a ton about the game. I'm intrigued. It does sound like mechanically it's similar to Moss, but it's got like this almost rock legend theme to it. So it looks like it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for it. This was completely new for me, and I just hope you guys are going to enjoy my contribution to the game. We'll see what happens there. Now, there's another huge project that I'm working on, but we're still about 4 to 6 weeks out before I tell you what that is. And that's it. No more teases. Let's get into this week's new releases. Now, last week we had a few games drop that I never got around to covering, and the first one is V-Racer Hoverbike. Now, this title originally released back in 2018 for psvr, but now it's made its way onto the Meta Quest with a PlayStation VR 2 version coming in the near future. Now, in those last 7 years, it looks like this game has received significant updates, maintaining a very positive score on Steam and a 4.8 on the Meta Quest. Now, I'm yet to jump into this game myself, but I'm hearing lots of positive things, and overall it looks pretty stacked with 30 different tracks, fast-paced combat, cross-platform multiplayer, an arsenal of weapons, and just some pure adrenaline. So it's basically like Wipeout meets Mario Kart, which sounds fantastic. Now, a game that actually looked fantastic in the trailer, but seems to be performing horribly is Warriors. We were promised a cutting-edge multiplayer shooter that blends breathtaking realism with adrenaline-pumping action. Now, from the huge total of 5 reviews on the Steam store, every single one is negative, saying this game launched way too early. Now, I will say their original trailer looked absolutely awesome, but when you look at the latest gameplay trailer, yeah, it's in a sad state. I'm hoping they can pull this one around, but a PCVR only multiplayer shooter is pretty much dead on arrival to begin with, and bad first impressions rarely go away. But speaking of first impressions, a title that immediately delivers is Kayak VR. Their latest Yucatan DLC not only continues to pump graphics to the max, but now has you exploring through some caves. Now, whenever you dive into a VR game that's stunningly beautiful, it's unlike any other gaming experience. It's amazingly captivating and truly immersive, but unfortunately these games just don't resonate with me. I get tired of rowing, find myself looking for a bit more action, and it's just not what I'm looking for in a VR game. But I will say I understand why people fall in love with this, and there's very few titles in VR that look this stunningly beautiful. But on the topic of games that are my style, I will say the teaser trailer for Interstellar Strike Team looks pretty damn awesome. It's almost like a combination of Helldivers and Star Wars Squadrons. It looks like there's a lot going on in this game. You'll drop pod in for some ground-based action, take control of some land-based vehicles, repair your bases, battle some robots, and then take the combat into space. Overall, it looks like there's a ton of potential here, and I hope the gameplay lives up to that teaser trailer. And speaking of teases, we just found out that the beloved title Little Nightmares is coming out with a brand new VR title. Unfortunately though, the Altered Echoes teaser trailer just doesn't offer us any information. We don't know if it'll be third person like the original games, or moved into first person to better accommodate VR, and there's honestly minimal additional information out there. I do have high hopes though, because Little Nightmares is a beloved series, and this type of setting works so good in VR, as we've recently seen with the Midnight Walk and Out of Sight. Now obviously I'll keep you guys informed on any new information that I hear. And on that note, now is the time for you guys to drop down into the comments and let me know what you'd like to see me cover. It doesn't matter if it's a new game, old game, specific topic, or a piece of hardware, just let me know, because I take all of your suggestions into consideration. Now looking forward into the future, the Upload VR Summer Showcase is dropping on July 11th, and this is normally a first look into many upcoming games. Now even better, as a bit of a promotional tool, there is currently the Upload VR Summer Showcase bundle. For only $18, you can get 8 amazing games plus a 50% coupon from Metro Awakening. This includes Townsman VR, Mother Gunship Forged, Moss Book 2, Pirates VR, Jolly Roger, The Light Brigade, Until You Fall, Hard Bullet, and Vertigo 2. I would honestly pay $18 for pretty much any one of those games, and you'll also be donating to charity at the same time. Now just an FYI, this is only available for Steam VR players, but if you are a PC VR gamer, do not pass on this deal. And on the topic of PC gamers, I was really happy to hear that the Big Screen Beyond 2 has started shipping. Now if you pre-ordered one of these headsets, I'm sure you already knew this information, but if not, hey, you should be getting your headset pretty soon. Now I have been in touch with Big Screen, and they did offer to send me a headset, but said the immediate priority is on paying customers, which I absolutely respect. Now I also wasn't the biggest fan of their original headset, so I'm surprised they didn't just tell me to go off. From early reviews though, it does however sound that they fixed all of the issues I complained about, so I'm really excited to try their newest version. And last up in today's video, I have to say, I was wrong. I know, who knew? This pretty much never happens. I usually bat 1,000, I'm 10 for 10, I never make mistakes, I'm pretty much perfect. But I don't know guys, when it comes to this Xbox Quest, you know, I mentioned it, I was scratching my head, I was like, why now? This is kind of like just a really softball marketing thing between Microsoft and Meta, and I just don't get it. But apparently, this limited edition headset that is nothing more than a good deal on a Quest 3S bundle package, well, apparently it's sold out in one day. And there's already people scalping them, and it's going wild. Now, I don't know if they made, 100 of them, 1,000, a million of them, but for it to sell out that quick shows that there's an interest. And I had a long conversation with Gamertag VR. If you guys didn't see our interview style video, there's 2 versions. One that's 40 minutes and edited, and then there's the whole thing if you want to see it, that's like 90 minutes, but we go on tangents. It's fun times. Regardless, we talked about it, and he was like, listen, at minimum, this is a big discussion. Eyeballs. People who never thought about getting a Quest are now like, what is this all about? Xbox and Quest. It's pretty much good for everybody. Good bundle deal for people who want to get into VR. Gives Meta some more recognition based on the Xbox brand, and it helps Xbox get more people on the Game Pass. So everyone wins, which is always nice. And I think the biggest impact is the fact that so many people are talking about it. The Xbox trailer, or the Quest box trailer, I should say, has got like a bajillion views, so that's pretty awesome. So I was wrong. I guess this was more significant than I thought. And that was today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. It's one of these right here. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And as always, I'll see you guys on next time.